Hello and good morning. Things look a little bit different in here now because I rearranged my office last night. All my bookshelves used to be against this back wall and my computer was right there, but I actually switched them. I moved a couple of things around to try to make more space in my office. The only downside to that is I actually had to cover up one of my windows because it was in a really inconvenient location, so my lighting in here is a little bit weird, but I'm thinking about actually maybe buying some box lights to kind of take care of that. I've always had trouble figuring out how to use lights, but the thing is now that if I don't buy some kind of light, if there's any kind of darkness, like if my window, my balcony door is right there, if there's no sunlight there, then I'm pretty much screwed for light for the week for my videos. So if it's rainy at all or anything like that, so I need to invest in some box lights. But I wanted to check in with you guys on my reading. I read a lot last night. I don't feel good. I haven't felt good in like the last couple of days. Really since I started my birth control, and apparently that's like really common. People often get sick on birth control, so I'm waiting for my body to adjust. But I did read a lot yesterday because I just like laid on the couch and read, and then I also have another book that I received in the mail that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I'm really excited to read. So either way, I'm on page 280 of Kings of the Wild. I'm still obviously really liking it. I'm going to be finishing it for this vlog so that I can pass it along to my husband. Something very traumatic has happened in this book in the last time I read it, and I needed to set it down and kind of take a break because my husband had people over yesterday. He had like his friends over, and I was just like laying on the couch crying. So I was like, I'm gonna set this aside, and that's when I came up here to reorganize my office. But the next book that I actually want to talk about is a book by one of my very, very favorite YouTubers. One of my favorite YouTubers, if not my favorite YouTuber, is a girl named Kaylin Nicholson, and she is a Canadian YouTuber. She does life kind of stuff, some fashion, beauty, you know, just lifestyle. She also does like a little bit of mental health stuff, but like life chats. But she published a book and it's called Catcher, and I'm actually reading this with a friend. We're gonna buddy read it together, and I got it in the mail today and I'm super excited. It's about a girl who, when her family dies, there's like an accident and her family dies, and a boy tells her that it's not her time to go, and then let's see, she finds herself on the other side of the country in the big city of Tarragon, alone for the first time in her life, and dropped into the only waking dream she's ever had, to attend Yorker specialty school. But sinister forces are at work beneath the surface of her world, and as the gray-eyed boy slips away from her dreams, only to be replaced by nightmares of flame, Carson finds herself engulfed by a world of deathly secrets and haunting shadows, one that makes her the key player in the ultimate game of fate. I don't know much about this book. I don't know if it's going to be great. I don't know anything about that, but if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have a few favorite YouTubers that I try to support as much as possible. So I did want to pick up Kaylin's book and read it. I don't know if I'll do a review. You know, I'll probably just like talk in like a wrap up about what I'm thinking of it and kind of in this vlog as we go, but I probably won't do a full review for it. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening today. I am about to get ready. I'm supposed to go get coffee with a friend today, with Morgan from Morgie Reads. I'm just not feeling the best, and just thinking about driving right now is giving me anxiety, like really, really bad anxiety. There were a couple of other things that I had to do today that I just couldn't even think about doing. It's one of those days where I'm like, I can't drive today. I don't often feel like that. I don't often worry about driving. Like, it's not something that gives me anxiety, but not often at least. But today is definitely one of those days where I'm just thinking about having to drive across town to do stuff. I was just like, I'm not doing any of that. So she lives pretty close, so I'm gonna try to get myself together to do that, but we shall see. I don't know. Alright, but that's gonna be it for this check-in. I'm gonna try to finish this today. I know my husband and I have a couple of things that we have to do as well. which is fine because he'll be driving. I won't have to drive for that, but I'll check in with you guys later and let you know what I'm thinking of this book, although I might also pick up and start reading this book as well. As you guys know, I work with a pretty small office space. It's not the biggest space, and I honestly don't mind. I just make it work for me, but I've been having kind of like a claustrophobic sort of feel with how small my office has been recently, mostly because when I work, I have my door closed and it's too hot to have the balcony door open, and it's just feeling kind of claustrophobic. So I did sort of rearrange things a little bit last night, and I wanted to show you guys how I decided to rearrange it because everyone always comments on how much they really like my office, so I thought I would take some time today to kind of show you guys how I ended up organizing it. You see when you walk in, I'm gonna kind of just show you like what you see first. So these are my two really big bookshelves. These have a bunch of different books on it. Like this is all my Sarah J. Maas. This is, you know, just like other random stuff. And then down at the bottom, I keep like my yoga mat, and you know, it's just a standard bookshelf. You guys have seen them in the back. My favorite part, however, is this, which has all my BTS like postcards on it and a couple of bookmarks and stuff. Stephanie from Steph Bookish sent me that and I love it. And that's where I keep all my fingernail polish and some just like random things that I have that I don't really know where to put them for right now. And then next to that is obviously my desk. Next to my desk is all of my other plants. I have, this is my favorite plant, but I also have a cactus, a couple of my other cactuses, my air plants, things like that. And then next to that is my big ass money tree, and I love that money tree. And then my salt lamp is right there. But this is what the wall looks like. I finally got to hang up all of my art again. And then over here is my organizer that I keep like all of my notebooks and stuff on, and another art print. And then here's my desk. Obviously it's pretty normal. I'm really excited to read this book. This is by a YouTuber that I love, Kaylin Nicholson, and I got it today in the mail. I have my lamp, a couple of crystals. My favorite crystal is actually this orange one. It's for specifically things that I really struggle with, and this is my water bottle. For everyone asking me where I got this water bottle from, I got it from Marshall's or Ross or something like that. And then in here is, I'm not going to show you all of it, but this is where I keep all my makeup. Clearly, I really love ColourPop. I have like a million ColourPop palettes, and I love them. And then that is where I keep my camera. That is my balcony door. That's a Totoro that's hanging on that. This is my Harry Potter shelf. This wall needs to be repainted because there was a bunch of things hanging up that I had to take down that kind of screwed up the paint. But these are my floating shelves, and these are where I keep all my Harry Potter things, because if I didn't, they were originally taking up an entire bookshelf to themselves, and that was a little ridiculous to me. And then here is my Stephen King books. These are all the books by Stephen King that I currently own, although, however, I did just place a really big order to kind of complete that. That copy of it right there, Steph actually sent to me, and I'm really excited. And then in these two, this is a paper catcher for all my mail and stuff, and these are like lotions and stuff. And then that's just where I keep my purse. Now, there's the door, and then behind that is the closet. I obviously don't use that closet a whole lot, but I'm still able to like get into it. Up here, ignore that spray bottle, it's for my cactuses. I'll just move that real quick. There's like a couple of art prints that I don't have time to hang up yet. This is where I keep all of my manga, and I love Gudetama. He's absolutely adorable. But my favorite thing on the shelf is Howl's Castle from Howl's Moving Castle. But yeah, that's all the manga that I have right now. I have a little bit coming in the mail. And then down here are my comic books. I have a few that I've amassed recently. And then this is a terrarium that I built that I absolutely love. And then down one more shelf is my TBR shelf. These are books that I want to get to loosely in the season, if that makes sense. So this summer and, you know, kind of leading into fall, these are the books that I want to read, which is why I keep all of my bookmarks right there, because it just makes sense to have access to them. And then down here, I need to change that sign to say library books, but these are books that I have recently borrowed from the library that I want to read. I keep rechecking these out because I haven't gotten around to reading them yet. I'm pretty sure The Great Alone is incredibly overdue. I think it's like 2 weeks overdue. And then down here is just where I keep my makeup brushes, my heater, which also doubles as a fan, and then in here is like makeup removing stuff and whatnot. So once again, there is the door. Yes, we have a baby gate to keep our cats out in the morning. Over here is my last bookshelf. This is one of my favorite bookshelves. It has most of my Orbit books on it, but on top of that, I have my two favorite plants. Well, two of my favorite plants. This one's kind of he's having a rough go of things. He's not doing too well. And then that is what I use to water most of my plants. That is my big plants that has like a more direct spray on it. But above that is where I hang all of my air plants. I love air plants. My 3 favorites are this one because it's massive, this one which it sort of looks like an octopus kind of, and then the most expensive air plant I have ever purchased was this one, and by I mean my husband bought it for me for our anniversary and it was $35. Who the hell would have thought they'd be that expensive? But yeah, these are my favorite plants. This one you can kind of put like a piece of like wood in the middle to make it kind of grow around the piece of wood, but I wanted it to drape and I let it drape because I take really good care. It comes down pretty far right now, but these are some of my most favorite books up here, minus the Cruel Prince, because why is that there actually? And then I have most of my Orbit stuff is right here. A couple of other favorites that kind of fit in the same genre. Another one of Alex White's books there. These are my mass market Stephen King paperbacks with, I think I have a Neil Gaiman, and then I have a couple Michael Crichton on the end. And then down here are just some random books like Nevernight, you know, Renegades. These are leather bound. They're not really leather bound versions of some books. And then down there is just a catch-all of some stuff. And then this is my cat bed where my cats lay. And then back there is my Piplup, my giant Piplup. And then there is my other window, obviously, which is why I have my plants right here. So that's it. That is my office. That's my office tour. I am going to go back to working on some stuff, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I make it work. It is a task all on its own, honestly, like organizing a small space and making a small space work for you, as well as like wanting to rearrange. Like I want to rearrange all the time. It gets kind of annoying how often I want to do it, and not having so many open available walls. Like a couple of the walls have things that kind of stick out where I can't put things, and you know, I just like there's a door in my office, there's 2 doors in my office, and it's just, it can get hard. But I wanted to show you guys kind of what I'm working with. But yeah, I hope you guys liked seeing my office and how I organize things, because I get questions about it all the time. But that is it. I'm gonna get back to doing reviews and just getting on with my day. So I will see you guys in my next step. I am getting ready to sit down to film. I am filming with my husband today, and by the time you guys see this, this is actually, the video we're filming is the video that's going to go up on Wednesday, so you guys will have already seen it. But we're getting ready to film the like how to get started in comics and manga video, because you guys are asking for it, and I feel like while I have some advice on where to start, hair on my face. While I have some advice on where to start, I am not like an expert, and I don't really necessarily think you need an expert, but my husband has been reading it for a really long time, so I think having him sit down and help me with it will be kind of valuable. But I have something to show you guys. I may have done something bad. So this thing happened, yeah. It was the fall candles are up now, and I just bought like every friggin' candle for fall. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was opening these and smelling these, they made me cry. Specifically this one. I love fall. Like, I'm not even joking. This one's not a fall candle. It's just my favorite. But I bought like literally every single fall candle because I have problems. This one smells so good. My husband's like, I know what this is. What is this? I'm like, it's hot cocoa. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the candles that I got. This is my favorite fall candle though. Leaves is the best. It smells the best. And then this is a new one that I've never had that I wanted to try. And then a classic cinnamon spiced vanilla. Anybody else already ready for fall? Like, I'm filming fall videos, like pre-filming fall videos for something that I'm doing in September, and I'm just like so in the fall mood and like want to put up pumpkins and stuff, and I think I might do that because, hey, it's August and I know that's like the tail end of summer, but once September hits, I'm like, got like pumpkin everything, all the candles are out, although I might light one of these tonight. But I'm just like so excited for the seasons to change. I love summer, but I love fall the most. So I'm gonna finish getting ready and then get ready to film with him. He's getting his hair cut right now, so when he gets back, we'll sit down and film, and hopefully you guys enjoy that video, because by the time you guys see this, like I said, it'll already be up. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later. So I just put up on my Halloween decorations, my fall decorations. It kind of clashes with the rest of the stuff that I have, but I literally don't care, and I thought I would show you guys because Yes, I know, it's the middle of August. No, I don't care. I'm ready for fall. So I thought you guys might want to see. My first and favorite thing that I actually own is this candle holder. This is from Bath & Body Works. I don't have one of the giant ones. I just have like a small candle in there, but I don't care because it's super cute. And then I have these, which is a jar with string lights that has pine cones and some little acorns that are kind of bedazzled, and then a pumpkin, and then this is full of leaves and fall flowers, and then down here are all my fall candles, and then in there are more of the acorns and the pine cones. And the last little bit that I have is this. This is my wood board that I've had for a really long time that I just put a candle and some pumpkins on top of. There's a little pumpkin right there, and then in the back is actually a bag that my friend Sam sent me a gift in for Christmas, I believe, and I loved it, so I kept it, and now I'm using it for decor. But this is kind of what it looks like, and I am obsessed, and it's still like very summery everywhere else, but this is very fall. But yeah, so that's what I had to do. Right now I'm eating popcorn and I'm getting ready to edit Friday's video, so this will probably be the last update for tonight because I literally just want to cocoon myself in the fall that I've created in my house because I have no shame. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning. Hello and good morning. It is Thursday morning. I'm getting ready to go to, I was gonna say I'm getting ready to go to work, but that's a lie. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting ready to go anywhere until like 2 o'clock, but I just got up really early because I work really early tomorrow, but I work until 1 a.m. tonight. So I need to be able to come home and immediately go to bed. So I got up really early hoping that tonight when I get home from work, I'll want to just immediately go lay down, go to bed, to get up tomorrow morning for work, to get on my work weekend schedule. But I'm hopping on here to, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about, a couple of things that have happened in the last like 24 or 48 hours that I think need to be addressed a little bit. And actually there's a few things. So the first thing is I'm going to leave Joe the Great's video down below, and it's titled, "Is BookTube Racist?" I think that it's a very important dialogue that we need to be having, something that I kind of addressed in my last vlog, but I don't necessarily feel like it is particularly my place to speak about because I don't, like, I am Caucasian, I'm privileged, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a white woman in the booktube community, and I feel like I can only say so much, and I pretty much said all I could say in that last vlog, but I want to give you guys a video from a black booktube creator's perspective. So I'm going to list Joe's video down below. I think it's a very important dialogue, like I said, that we need to be having. So if you can watch that, I think you absolutely should. I love Joe the Great. I think she's just an amazing booktuber. And then she also does like kind of like chats and stuff as well, like dialogues. The other thing that I want to address, and I'm going to address this just really quickly, is Soapgate, or rather Soap Dickgate. And my Twitter timeline has been nothing but Soapgate. And honestly, guys, I think I'm just so not shocked by anything anymore that it doesn't bug me. That's not to say that this was kind of in an appropriate box, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, who cares? People are like really going after this woman, and I think it's just funny that it even made it into a box, you know, and she's made it pretty clear that she doesn't fucking care either. Like, she's just like, you fuck off, like, this is my box, I'm gonna put in it when I want to. But the thing that really gets me, so Bloomsbury responded to a couple of tweets and said, neither Sarah J. Maas, whatever, and Bloomsbury knew anything about this box or affiliated with this box. Like, this is just her own thing. This has nothing to do with either of us, which is absolutely fine. But this is Bloomsbury Children, okay? This is touted as a YA book. And any of us who have read that book, read this series so far, no, 1000%. This, like, it's not YA. She even says it's not YA. And what I don't understand is why there's the disconnect, why they can market it and be like, oh, you know, if you're wondering where your pins are for the, you know, the fucking release of, what was that one called? ACAFAS. Here it is. Like, stop talking about this fucking book if you're like, it's not, we don't have anything to do with that adult rated box. Be shocked that people are creating an adult rated box, but they continue to talk about a series that has graphic sexual content in it. Not just normal sexual content, graphic sexual content. Like, the reason why there's a soap dick is because that dick is described in that book perfectly. So, it just, I don't know. It really bugs me that they feel like that. Also, everybody's getting mad. They're like, oh, that's going to go in somebody's butt. That's going to go in somebody's vagina because it has a suction cup to the end of it. Well, first off, you're fucking perverts because you know why there's a suction cup on the end of that. Second off, the reason why there's a fucking suction cup is so that your soap doesn't slide everywhere. I have other soaps that are just like normal, like, you know, just normal soaps or whatever, and they have sticky suction cups so that you can stick them to the side of your fucking shower. You nasty. Like, the fact that people are going there with it, it just, I mean, she went there by creating the box, but I'm like so tired of seeing it. I am so tired. It's cringy. It's like, y'all thought it was stupid, but here you are giving this woman publicity and talking about it. And I'm not one to really care about stuff, but the fact that people are like, that's disgusting and that's atrocious. Yeah, okay, so you and 800 of your other fucking friends have talked about it so far today. Like, literally everyone on my timeline. Only a few of like my closest friends had really funny things to say, and I like kind of liked their stuff because clearly that's the first stuff that I saw. Like, my friend Sam, her shit was hilarious, but other than the funny stuff that actually draws attention to it, it just seemed like a lot of what I was seeing was, somebody tell me what's going on with Soapgate. Somebody tell me what's going on. Like, I want to know the direct name. I want to know, like, everything about it. And it's like, you just, you find it appalling and you want to talk about it. But like, you and, like I said, you and 800 of your friends are already talking about it. You guys are just regurgitating the same information. The woman said she doesn't care. Bloomsbury said they had nothing to do with it. So can we please just fucking move on? Like, I don't know. I'm fucking over it. I'm so over it. Like, the fact that people got this, we made it into BuzzFeed. Like, YA Twitter made it into BuzzFeed. And I don't know about you guys, but BuzzFeed is fucking garbage. And the fact that we made it into there really upsets me. But that's enough for my 9 a.m. rant. I'm really testy today. I don't know if it's like my medicine making me emotional or if it's just, this is actually my final form. But I am like not in the mood. I'm so not in the mood today. And I gotta go to work, so God, I feel so bad for the people who have to work with me. But let's get to the shit that I really care about, and that would be my reading update. Something traumatic happened in my book last night, or I opened my book for the first time in 2 days last night, and I was laying in bed with my husband reading before we went to bed. And then I suddenly remembered that something very traumatic had happened at the ending of the last chapter. And I set my book down and I said, I'm not in the mood to read this right now. Like, I cannot handle, I'm not crying before I go to bed. But the thing actually turned out better. So I'm kind of upset. I don't like when authors do this. Like, oh, are they dead? Are they not dead? Are they dead? Are they not dead? Like, what's going to happen? But the Kings of the Wild did actually, the group from Saga did actually end up in the wild now, which is the forest within their world, and it is so cool. There is a troll. We've run into a troll so far. There are cannibals that we've run into. It's just, it's really cool. Also, I think there might be a new character that's kind of added to the band or like works with the band, and I'm kind of excited about that. I don't want to like talk about who it is because it'll give away a lot of the book, but I'm really excited. So far, I'm really loving it. I can't wait to finish it. I'm going to bring it to work with me today and hopefully get a good chunk of it done and then update you guys tonight when I get home. But since I'm in such a bad mood and I'm just really pissy right now, I'm going to hop off of here and hopefully update you guys later, either this afternoon or tonight, and let you know how reading is going and if my mood has improved or not. Hello. Sorry. Hello. I am updating you guys. I've been home for a little while. I am having a lot of pain right now. It's not making me the best worker in the world, but I wanted to update you guys because not a lot has happened today, but enough has happened. Sorry if you can hear my husband, he's playing a video game. Enough has happened today that I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys kind of about what is going on. So first off, the books that I'm currently reading. So as you guys know, I'm reading Kings of the Wild. I'm about to lay down right now and try to go to bed and read a little bit of it. I'm on page 317 and still absolutely loving it. As you guys know, I'm trying really hard to not rush through this book because I want to savor every moment of it. I believe by the time this vlog goes up, I think today, Bloody Rose drops. So if you read the first one and you liked it, you can pick up the second one now. But I decided feeling a little down, feeling a little under the weather. You know, a couple of things are happening. Nothing big by any means, but just the routine changes and whatever, stuff's happening. So I decided I was gonna pick up an old favorite and try to brighten my life back up. And that would be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, depending which version you read. I'm also reading this for kind of a special reason. There's something big that's coming to my channel in September that I'm super excited about. It's not like with anybody, or it's just something that I'm doing because, as you guys know, I love fall. I love Harry Potter, so keep your eye out for what's happening in September. So I decided I was going to reread the series just in between reading other books. So that's what I'm doing. I'm rereading the series. Is that a bug on? Okay, sorry. Thought there was a bug on my plant. But while I was at work contemplating why I was at work, because I felt so terrible, but also a friend came in and covered the rest of my shifts. That was really nice of him because I work on metric Buckton this weekend. My mom showed up and I was like, all right. I was like in the back getting soda, and all of a sudden somebody peeked through the window and they were like, hey Jess, your mom's here. And I'm like, what? So no, my mom had a package and she said, it says my name on it, but it's actually yours. And I was like, okay, like I don't order to your house, but I mean, sometimes I do order stuff to her house, but it literally just said her name. But, she bought me some books. Bless her. A funny story, my brother-in-law, I posted about this on Twitter, but my brother-in-law walked in, and if you guys saw on my tour, when you first walk in, you see the bookshelves on the left, right? Or on the right-hand side. He was like, wow, I didn't know that you had, because he was walking from the bathroom, so the point of view that he saw was those bookshelves. He's like, wow, I didn't know you had so many books. And he stepped into my office and was like, oh my god, and saw the one on the left, this one right here, and was like, oh my god, you have another bookshelf. And then I pointed to the one behind him, and I was like, and then there's that one, and then there's these three. There's these three. And I started thinking about how much I could have possibly bought with all that money, like what I could have paid off with that money. But whatever, I'm actually okay with it. But I was thinking about that when I got home and how fortunate I am to have family and, you know, and a husband that love and support my love of reading. So my mom picked a couple of things up off my Amazon book wish list that I have that's public on my Instagram. And she got me The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. I believe I saw a booktuber speak about this. I can't remember who it was. And they talked about it. It's like a thriller novel. But it says, Anna Fox lives alone, a recluse in a New York City home, unable to venture outside. She spends her days drinking wine, watching old movies, recalling happier times, blah, 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 blah. Then the Russells move into the house. Across the way, a father, a mother, their teenage son, the perfect family. But when Anna, gazing out her window one night, sees something she shouldn't, her world begins to crumble and shocking secrets are laid bare. What is real? What is imagined? Who is in danger? Who is in control? It's apparently a really good thriller novel, and as you guys know, I'm trying to read more thrillers, so I'm really excited to read that. And then she bought me what I think is a contemporary, or at least what I thought was a contemporary when I put it on my list, but sounds just absolutely adorable, but also really sad, is The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. And it says, everyone gets a tragedy. And it says, Ezra Faulkner was supposed to be homecoming king, but that was before his girlfriend cheated on him, before a car accident shattered his leg, and before he fell in love with new girl Cassidy Thorpe. So we're gonna see. It has blurbs from Jeanette Walls, Kirkus Reviews, and ALA Book List. Apparently these are all done really, really well. It says, here are teens who could easily trade barbs and double entendres with the characters that fill John Green's novels. That kind of makes me hesitant about it, but honestly, it was on my list for a reason, so I can't wait to read them, as always. I really need to do a book haul. I have so many books on the way to me. When I get depressed, I buy books, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to that, but that's gonna be it for my update today. I didn't get a whole lot of reading done. I've just been, I feel like I'm awake and doing things, but not really awake and not really doing things, if that makes sense. Like I'm like awake, but my brain's not awake in a way. Whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this update. I will try to update you guys tomorrow when I can. I work kind of weird hours tomorrow as well, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done reading wise, but either way, I will try to chat with you guys tomorrow, either tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, and let you know kind of how everything is going. Hello and happy Saturday. It is midnight. Well, it's 11:35 p.m. so technically it's still Saturday, so I'm not that far behind. I do not know the last time I updated you guys because honestly, without going too in detail, the last couple of days at work have just been insane. Like, I've cried a few times. I've been really frustrated, and I didn't want to come on camera and kind of voice that because it's just job stuff, but that is why I haven't really updated you guys, as well as I haven't really been reading because I've been at work. If you're not familiar, I live in the town that Ohio State University is in. I work about a mile from the campus, so the students have been moving back in this weekend, and it's been insanely busy, and I've been working really weird shifts because we're understaffed, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to read at work, but I have gotten a little bit of reading done, and I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys kind of about what I'm thinking of the books that I am reading. Now, I think I kind of touched on a part of this book that I didn't necessarily love, where you think characters are dead and then they're not dead, but another thing happened where something that you thought was like a really big deal, that it was really traumatizing to another character, just kind of goes away. But I mean, when things like that happen in books, I always hope that it's going to be a really great plot device later, but right now it's just kind of pissing me off. But I'm still really liking this book. It's still 5 stars. That's just like the smallest thing that I've noticed recently, as well as I've convinced, I think I told you guys, I've convinced my husband to read it, as well as a coworker. A coworker just downloaded to read it as well. But honestly, the thing that I've been really reading and loving the most, I'm only 63 pages into it right now. Most of which I actually read today, but I'm really loving it. It's like going back to like a place that I've always loved and a place that I know really well, and just it's really comforting, and it's just a nice place to be, and that would be Harry Potter. I'm obviously reading The Sorcerer's Stone. I'm starting over from scratch, just brand new, because there's so many things that, like, I watched the movie because I've seen them like 100 times, or like I talked to my husband and I try to remember what's from the movie and what's from the books, and I know a lot of people are super knowledgeable in Harry Potter, and even though, like, I love it, like, I have an entire shelf full of Harry Potter stuff, I feel like sometimes my knowledge lacks a little bit, and I wanted to read them again, you know, just to get it in my head, like, just read it and absorb it again, and like I said, it's really comforting to me, and I've just been so down recently that I really think that Harry Potter can help me feel better. Reading it now, though, at 28 years old, I realized, like, how this isn't written necessarily for children, but it's definitely written for a younger audience, and I actually really like that. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of J.K. Rowling as a person. Like, I don't think she's the worst person, but there are some things that she does that I find incredibly problematic, but just reading it as an adult and, you know, realizing what she did for us, like, writing it as we grew up, and getting to kind of grow up with the characters, I think that's really sweet, and I really like that, and I want to meet the demon that she sold her soul to write this series, because I aspire one day to be as great of a storyteller as her, like a story builder, like lovable characters, like just the good story that she wrote, because I don't know, I just really envy that, and I think that I just love the world and the characters that she created so much that I just hope that one day I can write something similar to that. But yeah, that's probably going to be my update for now. I have a few things that I need to do before I need to go to bed, to get up, to work again in the morning. I work another 12-hour shift tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. It's been a crazy last couple of days. And if you are a close friend of mine, my close friends kind of know what's going on, and it's just been a crazy shit show. But I love you guys so much for sticking with me, and honestly, I've been so emotional. I was reading comments last night on just like, they were really nice comments on like my Harry Potter tag video, and they honestly made me cry because I am so emotional and so happy to have this channel, and to have you guys, and to have the people that I know on Instagram, and like my friends on Twitter, and it's really great. And I have something really great planned for September, and it's my way of giving back to you guys, and I really hope people are gonna be as excited for it as I am. But you guys will see the video for that on the 1st of September. I actually probably need to sit down and film it, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this update before I cry on camera, because I have just been a weepy mess thinking about how grateful I am for everything right now. So I'm gonna get off of here. I am going to go make some tea, work on some stuff, go to bed, get up in the morning. Hopefully, though, I want to read a little bit more of Harry Potter before I go to sleep. But yeah, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning. If not, maybe tomorrow afternoon. And if not then maybe tomorrow evening. At the very least, I need to kind of wrap up this vlog, so you guys will see me one more time. Hello, and good morning. I am headed to get a smoothie, and then I'm headed to work, and for some reason, the last like 3 days, I've not been able to sleep up until my alarm. I've been waking up super early, and it's actually driving me absolutely insane. So instead of sleeping the time that I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'm sleeping and getting up like 45 minutes before my alarm's set to go off. I need to get a better tripod for my car. But anyway, last night I got home, my husband was gone, he was at like a board game night or something like that, and I was just like working on stuff on my computer, just like planning shit for September, because I have that thing coming in September, and I'm trying to plan everything, and he comes home, and I'm still up in my office, and I hear this pounding noise, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, it sounds like somebody's knocking on our door, but no one's knocking on our door at, you know, at that point it was like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And later on he's like, did you hear that? And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm glad you didn't yell down. There was somebody pounding on our door. So somebody was like knocking on our door at like pounding on our door at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I think that's probably why I didn't sleep very well. I felt really uncomfortable and kind of couldn't sleep. So I'm really tired right now, and I didn't read before I went to bed last night. I literally just like laid down and passed out, because that is all that I wanted to do. By the time I finally got into bed, I like got sucked into something online and then just didn't sleep. There were so many people out today. I'm gonna try to go to a smoothie place that I've been wanting to go to, but let's see if they have parking. Oh, yes, pull away so I can park. Yes. Okay, parking in my neighborhood is literal shit. Like, literal garbage. There's never anywhere to park. Alright, I'm gonna go in and get a smoothie. I just wanted to update you guys. Hello, happy, what is today? Happy Sunday. It is 4:49, almost 5 o'clock. I just have like another 6 hours, I think, 7 hours till I am able to finally go home and enjoy my weekend. But I'm getting on here because I wanted to update you guys about how I'm feeling about my Harry Potter reread. I don't have the book with me. I actually left it inside, but I'm reading, and I feel like, so I've always kind of thought that I would be in Ravenclaw, but I was sorted into Slytherin, and I've been sorted into Slytherin quite a few times, and I think I definitely identify with some of the things about Slytherin, like being cunning and doing what they can to achieve their means, you know, like it means to just whatever they want if they were trying to achieve a goal, like doing what they need to do to get that done. And I definitely identify with some of those things, but the more I'm reading the book, the more things about it that are kind of bugging me. Now, every single Harry Potter book that I read or reread, I don't care how many times I read them, will always be 5-star reads for me, except for the Goblet of Fire, because there's parts in Goblet of Fire where I hate Ron so incredibly much that it was just like a 180 for his character, and it really bugged me for a lot of it. So maybe I'll give that one like a 4.5, but overall I love them. Like, I can't give them really anything less than a 4.5. Like, I'm just such a fan. I don't care how garbage J.K. Rowling is, whatever. But I have noticed things, like I said, that I don't really like. There's a lot of times where Harry says things like just about Slytherins and Slytherins in general, especially when he's getting sorted into the Sorting Hat, and he says something like, he doesn't know if it's because of what people have been saying, but seeing all the Slytherins, they look like a grumpy, you know, kind of like bad people, essentially. And there's just so much of that in the book, and it really pisses me off, because even McGonagall is like, oh, there have been some really great Slytherins, you know, there's been great people from all houses, and they just like completely, like, essentially J.K. Rowling just made them out to be the bad guys, and she made every single one of them out to be the bad guy. And as much as I love Malfoy and think that he was kind of redeemed in the end, I think that, or that he had a very hard story to tell, and it was hard for him to break away from like his family and break away from, you know, the Dark Lord or whatever. But I think that J.K. Rowling could have done a much better job. Not every Slytherin's gonna be an asshole. I'm a Slytherin, Rhiannon from Kristen Moon Reads is a Slytherin, and we're nice fucking people. Like, we care about other people. So, it kind of bugs me. But, like I said, I'm still gonna give it 5 stars. The only other thing that I don't like is that for some reason, I forgot how much of a dick Harry and Ron are to Hermione. And I kind of identify with who she is as a person, like, her kind of being a know-it-all and wanting people to do the right thing and, you know, trying to help them along but not really knowing the best way to do it. And it really kind of upsets me that I just forgot about that. Now, Ron will always be my #1 book boyfriend. I absolutely love him. If I could marry him in real life, I would in a heartbeat. But I have never liked Harry Potter. I like him a little bit more in the first book because he's so innocent and just kind of does what he wants. But for me, it's one of, like, the chosen one is, like, one of my least favorite tropes in books, and it really bugs me. Like, his character really bugs me. I don't think that he's very well built, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but he's just very cookie cutter for me, and I don't necessarily really like him. I think that if it was a book that was based solely on Harry and Harry's experiences, it wouldn't be a book that I would want to read. But because there are so many great, you know, like, secondary characters like Harry and Hermione, or like Ron and Hermione, and like Neville and Luna and like Hagrid and Dumbledore and Snape, and you know what I mean? Like, I think that's why I love the series so much. But if it was just Harry and they didn't have, like, the really close-knit, like, Ron and Hermione going on too, like the Golden Trio, I don't think that I would like it as much as I do. I probably wouldn't have kept reading it. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. Like I said, I'm not trying to gripe about the book because every single page is like a journey for me, and I'm so in love with it that it doesn't matter. Like, the negative things to me, like, even though I know J.K. Rowling is really kind of problematic, I'm just always forever going to be a part of this fandom. Like, I don't care. It's the one fandom that I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm here, and I'm here to stay. So, yeah. But that's going to be it for my update because I have to go back into work. I'll probably update you guys tonight when I get home. I'm going to hopefully finish reading it today. I'm working with a coworker who's also a friend, so I'm hoping to get some reading done, but I might not be able to because we talk quite a bit. But either way, I'll see you guys tonight when I get home to give you my full update on my reading. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the people outside, but I realized I didn't update you earlier. I didn't update you when I got home. I've been home for like hours, and yes, I am in bed, but I wanted to update you guys and tell you where I'm at. This is the only book I've read today. I am on page 175 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone, whatever you want to call it. And I think I'm going to call it quits here and go to bed. Tomorrow is a busy day. This is where I'm going to end the vlog, but I hope you guys liked it. I never know if these vlogs are good or not, but you guys seem to really like them, so I hope you really like them. But that's going to be it for this one. I'm still obviously loving the book. I am at the part where Harry is learning about Quidditch and basically telling Malfoy, like, haha, fuck you, like, it's your fault that I get to do this. Poor Malfoy. But that is where I am right now, and I'm trying to figure out how she's going to wrap it up in the next 150 pages, because I don't remember it being a super quick read, but it's a pretty short book, so, but yeah, that's going to be it. It's actually kind of nice because I remember when these books were coming out, I had to wait for them, and my mom would pre-order them for me, but now I'm an adult and I own all of them. I actually own multiple copies. I own like 3 sets of them, and it's really cool to think how long it's been around and how long we've all loved it. But that is going to be it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in Wednesday's video.